This is Chris from Single Dad Homesteading, brought to you from the beautiful Appalachian Mountains of Northeast Tennessee. And guys, I'm sitting here watching the Hootenanny live with Two Family Homestead, and I've got a little something outside on the porch. Let's see if it's, nope, she's not on the porch anymore. Well, let's see if you can see what I see. See how close we can get. I got the generator going, so let's just see. That's pretty close. Let's count how many feet we've got till we were where she was standing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 paces to that deer. So she was probably, I don't know, what is that, 30 feet, 30, 40 feet. So that's pretty awesome right there. I'll go down here and show you the project we've been working on today. The day's just a simple work and get stuff cleaned up around the house. I'm working on getting all this mowed and cleaned up. I'm cleaning up the greenhouse that we had the issues with. Broke the middle ridge pole, so we got to take it down. I've gotten most of it tore down. It's a little hot, so I was trying to let it cool down a little bit. And we got this rest of this arch done. Then I'll clean all this out. But I'm going to put back in, it looks like a window greenhouse that's in here. But I've just got to mow and do some weed eating down here. Move the Subaru out of the way, get the bulldozer taken back to the neighbor's house, get that pokeweed cleaned out. There's a bunch of raspberries and wild blackberries in there I might try to get done. So let's take a walk. I feel like a walk. It's a little hot today. The pond looks gorgeous. Let's go over here and look at that, see where we're at. Holding you kind of at a different angle. I put out the first video on this. Everybody really enjoyed that. So this is the new DJI Action Cam. The sound on it is awesome. I'm getting lots of comments on that. Getting lots of comments on the picture quality as well. So if you're in the market for one of those smaller GoPro style cameras, I think this is the way to go. I'm more impressed with it than I am with the GoPro that I got to use for a while. The lilies are in, the pond looks beautiful. Got the duck area over there, but yeah, it's gorgeous today. It's about, I would say, 89 degrees up here. So it's really nice. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me see if I can get close enough to show you this massive tadpole. It's a froglet, actually. Let me see if I can. It took off. This thing is waterproof, but I'm not ready to get in the water with it yet. So this is just a fun video. I'll hopefully upload it in a little while. There's the goat family over there eating down stuff. There's my new flagpole over there. You can see how high this pokeweed is. It's about 7 or 8 feet high. So pretty crazy. I've got to weed eat this over here off. I keep going back and forth. I'm going to show you my new toy. This is the stove my aunt gave me. I've got to get it unloaded. I let it actually sit in the rain to wash off the dust. But this is the 6-stop with the actual water basin and heating system in there. This is a Maverick. This stove wasn't used much. He bought it for, it's my aunt's dad. He died probably 38 years ago, and he bought this 25 or 30 years before that, and he bought it, from what I understand, for Miss May, which was his wife, and then she was having issues with getting it started or something of that nature, from what I understand, and he ended up having electricity ran to actually put in the electric stove, and that stove actually went straight outside and went into the barn, so it's not been used much. The inside of it looks brand new. So, but anyway, I'm just taking a walk down the access road here, enjoying myself. Why it's hot and I don't feel like out there running through all that stuff, so let's take a walk. I'll take you down here and show you one of my favorite spots. It's one of my hunting spots, actually, but I'm just, it's hot. This is the first video we walked on. We came down this road, and we walked down through there and then walked back up with ELYN. So it's been a while since you guys have been down through here. It's covered up with deer sign, so that's good. But I have permission to hunt like 42 acres back here on the back side of this community, and then I have permission, it goes into game management around the back, and then I have another 20 plus acres there, and then the rest of it's game management. But I actually have about 65 acres that I can hunt by myself. With one person, I usually ask if I can take one person for safety reasons. I don't like to be in the woods hunting by myself in a tree stand, just for a simple fact that it can end up giving you some issues if you have a fall or slip or do something like that. I use a harness when I'm in the tree stand. Most of the time I build platforms and I've got a climbing stand down here, but this area is beautiful. It's grown up right now, but you can see all this area down through here. But we'll walk down here to the bottom. Even this little camera gets heavy when you're carrying it and have your arm up in the air, especially if after you've had shoulder surgery. But this will tell you how much rain we have. Look at this. There's a ditch going down through here. It runs all the way down through there. So we're a little further than where me and ELYN shot the very first video. If you've not seen that, go check it out. It's the very first one we did. I can't actually remember the name of it. Ooh, that's slick. Almost fell all the way down the mountain. I'll get down here and take a look at what's going on. Needed to walk down through here anyway. I hear deer running. I don't see them. If I see them, I'll try to get them on camera for you. It may be a bear. So all my chickens are okay from the other night, from the live when the raccoon got into the cage. I guess I scared them off enough to keep them away. But get down here and see what we can see. Here's where it opens up, and this is actually the end of the property that the individual I bought mine on. His property lines go up through there and end, and then this is all property that I have permission to hunt. The road I walk down is an access road. But look at the deer sign that's in here. I'll see if I can see any more signs so I can show you tracks and things like that. while we're walking in here. It's pretty wet, but it's fresh wet, so I'll have to find something pretty recent. If got little frogs going everywhere. Pretty recent to show you anything else. We have some bobcat in here and bear. This would be a good place to see some tracks if there are any. Let's see what this is over here. Oh, here you go. Here's a little bobcat track. And the way you can tell it's bobcat, there's no claw marks in it. If it was canine, it would have claw parts on the top of it. And you can see up through there, they don't have any claw marks. So that's a bobcat walking without its claws out. So pretty cool. You see that? Then here, this is canine right here. See this one? How it's got the claws? I don't know how good of a video that is, but that is canine, because it's got claws. They don't have retractable claws, so as they walk you get the claw marks. But let's see, this is actually the valley that I hunt. Goes all the way up through, and it's pretty clear once everything's out. This is a huge rock. It sits right back here. I'll try to get us a little closer. There's a natural spring that comes up there that's fairly, keeps it fairly wet. So I don't know how close I can get up in there right now just on this little walk, but we'll get as close as we can and see what we found. We've actually had some sightings of mountain lion up in here, but I'm not seeing any tracks that would suggest a mountain lion is up here. So, but we got some, I think this is hickory nut laying around. They've got trails up through here all over. But let's look right here. Look at the size of this rock, guys. This is bigger than my house. Tell me you can't see a Native American sitting on top of that, flint napping or hunting or something. But that's all going to be glacier time period where that comes in to play. But absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, so this is just a walk in the woods for us today. I don't know how long we're at. That's the one thing about this little viewfinder on the DJI. It has a front viewfinder so you can keep yourself in frame, but the writing on it's so small you really can't tell. I think I'm around 13 minutes right now, but okay, it doesn't matter. We're taking a walk one way or another. We'll see if I can find us a bear track. We can find a bear track. That would be really cool. If we could see a bear, that would be cool. But that may not happen today. Let's see. Try not to, don't want to find a rattlesnake. I'd rather find the bear. I mean, scare him away. Let's see. It is wet, wet, wet up in here. So, just taking this walk. And we're out of area where we can really track too well. I could track through it, but nothing's going to show up on video for any type of identification to show you guys. My tree stand that I hunt is actually right there, about 150, 200 yards up in that area. Early season, it makes good bow hunting, and late season, it does really well for gun, because I've got a decent decent shot coming down through this little valley. And then when you get up there, you can actually see the entire ridge line back into game management. So pretty neat, but it's a good time. If you guys want to see some hunting videos, I plan on making some, but you know, if you want to see some of those, I'm sure I won't put in the gory parts, but the actual hunt I can do, and put those out there for everybody to see. I think that is a missing part of homesteading. That is a crucial piece and link that we have to do to connect back to that that pioneering spirit of getting out here. It's in this area, we don't have any type of commercial farming or any large-scale gardening either. I mean, you've got a couple of people that got a couple acres gardening, but they're not eating a bunch of GMO type food or a lot of pesticides being thrown on stuff in a whole. So, you know, all the food that you get from these mountains is pretty well exactly what I'm trying to figure out a way to get through here without getting in the mud. What it is, I mean, it's all natural, wild, free-ranging, grass-fed, laurel-fed, berry-fed, wild game. So when you're talking about eating clean and you're talking about eating healthy, you can't beat harvesting the meat from Mother Nature. You don't have, ooh, I'm in the mud. You don't have to worry about all the hormones being added in or anything of that nature. You have to pay for your hunting license and hunter safety course at some point in time, but most of the time you can get those for free. But you can take, in this area, your average deer is 150 pounds, dressed out 115, 105, and you'll average about 50 pounds worth of meat out of that animal. And you're allowed this year, archery season, I think you're allowed four does, and then you're allowed 1 doe in muzzleloader, 1 doe at a certain point in time in rifle season. Then you're allowed to have 2 bucks that you can harvest during the season. So if you kill all those, and your bucks tend to be a little bit larger than that, but if you take all those animals or half those animals, you can fill your freezer. And I've said it before, if you're an individual that is living at home in an apartment or in a city location, and you've not got a big area to raise animals, and you want fresh meat that you know somewhat of what it's eaten, way more than what you know from going to get in the grocery store or a health food store or any of those places. If you can learn to hunt and find someone to hunt, you can fill your freezers and stuff up and pot garden on your stoops and on your back porches of your apartments and stuff. And you know, it's a great time to sit in the woods and to meditate on the Lord and think exactly what He's given us, what He's directed us to go out and harvest, and to take these animals and use them for sustenance. You know, I know it's not everything. I don't enjoy killing animals, but I enjoy my time in the woods and hunting, and the ability to provide good quality meat for my family. So anyway, I'm going to sign off to you from right here. I'm going to get this view back here because it's a little prettier to me. So with that being said, God bless. Live with what God gives you right here, Mother Nature. And we're out of here.